everyone. Come on in and enjoy a kombucha with me. My family can't believe that I drink this stuff, but my daughter-in-law gave me the idea to cut it with sparkling water, and I love to do that. Brad and I have happy hour almost every night, and this feels very festive without being dangerous at all. So, a couple things to tell you. First of all, I wanted to mention YouTube is putting commercials in the middle of our videos now, and there's nothing we can do about it, at least to my knowledge. Whenever I upload one of my videos, of course, it asks me where I want the ads placed. I always say at the beginning, and I always say to make them skippable. Well, now I noticed in the small print, it says middle of the video will be default ad placement. So I don't know why they ask you if they're going to ignore you. And I'm sorry about ads in the middle of my videos. I don't like it probably any more than you do. So thank you for remaining faithful and steadfast. I appreciate you so much. I read all your comments. I didn't reply to, I think I only replied to one person who asked about the fabric for the pantsuit Fabricista make. It sold out, I believe, in one day. So Fabric Mart, the fabrics go fast. Oh my gosh. And is it any wonder? They're such a great deal. I want to bring you some beautiful fabric today from Fashion Fabrics Club. When I got back into sewing, I was ordering all of my fabric from them. I hadn't caught the Fabric Mart bug. And you know, Fashion Fabrics Club, if you've shopped there, they have pretty bad photographs and only one photograph, and it might be a tiny square of the fabric, and then you get the fabric and it's like, wow, that's some print, which you could not even tell from the picture. But I have this strange thing with them. Everything I make out of their fabric, I wear. This dress is a 1960s Vogue dress. Now you can't see the whole thing, but it's got this little empire waist here and these great big pockets. But this fabric, if I can get up close, is a very peculiar fabric, as Fashion Fabrics Club's fabrics often are. It's a gingham, but it's not cotton. And it's not quite rayon, it's not poly, it has texture, it's thick, and it's got a beautiful drape. I really don't know what it is. I could probably track it down in my receipts, but we don't have, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm very, very excited because I entered my green dress for the contest on Socialista.com. This is a brand new sewing website. I think it's fabulous. Let's welcome Socialista with open arms because it offers a lot. You can organize your patterns, your fabric. You can review patterns. And Mary, the founder, is running a sewing contest to generate some action over there. I uploaded my dress today. She says, sew some green for some green. So I chose a beautiful emerald green crepe, and I used Simplicity 8909. I made the dress that the model is wearing. I raised the armholes, and I put a very dramatic bow on the back. So I'm not going to show it to you here. I want you to head over to Socialista and look at all of the entries. There are some beautiful things in the gallery already. And I want you to consider, if you're not going to enter yourself, if maybe you might vote for me. I had a moral dilemma with this, and I thought, I can't ask my viewers to vote for me. And then Colin said, well, Mom, you have built your audience. It's not like you're stealing someone else's channel and asking them. And he's right. And I also thought, well, I can't ever enter the contests that Joy and I put on, because that wouldn't make any sense. So, and generally I don't enter contests because I don't ever win a darn thing. But I really wanted to enter this contest. Now, it is a popular vote contest. That's why I'm asking you to consider voting for me. And the voting does not start until the first week in April. So I will come back with a reminder. And if you could head over there and give me a vote, I'd be really tickled and so appreciate if you did that. Now, crepe, 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 crepe. My dress that I just finished was crepe. And all of these that I'm going to show you today are listed as crepe, and yet they're all very different. They all came from Fashion Fabrics Club, and I do think I can say this without hesitation that this is one of my favorite orders I've ever gotten from them. So first up is a really pretty chevron print. It is in hot pink, hot orange, white, and kind of an emerald green with black. Really vibrant colors, but what I love about this fabric, and like I say, they described all of these as crepe, but they're all so different. This fabric is opaque. You cannot see through it. It is some of the softest fabric I've ever felt. I looked on my receipt and they call this a rayon crepe. It does not have that dry, sandy texture that crepe has, although it does have just a little bit of texture, and it is soft as can be. I am thrilled with this fabric. I love it, and I'm not even a chevron person, but I'm so glad I ordered it. This next one is an abstract crepe. Now this, you can see it's very dramatic. Colin thought it almost looked like a cityscape when I held the stripes going this way. And this is soft like a chiffon, but it's a lot more opaque, super soft. When I think of crepe, I think of like my green dress, just something not exactly pebbly, but there is pebble crepe, but something, you know, that you could snag on. And not so with this. This is just soft, beautiful drape. All of these fabrics are luscious. I didn't pay more than $5 for any of these fabrics except, no, these were $4.76 a yard, and this I think was $5.25. This was the most expensive. Now that sale has ended. However, even at $5.95, these are a smoking deal. Beautiful fabric, doesn't need a lining. This crepe is a little softer, a little thinner, and feels to me like an incredibly light satin. It has a little bit of shine to it, and it has these really pretty kind of faint, almost like paint splatters, but very delicate, and that tranquil blue background. And once again, it is as soft as glass. Sort of like a chiffon, sort of like a satin, but they call it crepe. This one's a little bit lighter. I can kind of see my phone through it. However, I think it would work without a lining if you did something like a blouse and not a skirt or a dress. You might recognize this one because I sewed this exact fabric in another colorway when I did the Berta cocoon dress. Do you remember that? Well, here this is in red and black. great big leaves. This is another crepe. Again, it doesn't really feel scratchy like a crepe. It's got a gorgeous drape and those beautiful, beautiful colors. All right, here is a really pretty crepe, and this one feels like a standard crepe that I'm used to. A little bit more dry, a little bit more, well, I guess just dry. Sandy, grainy, dry. How many adjectives can we come up with to describe fabric? You run out of them. But this is a really pretty blue. It's almost like a tie-dye. It's a little bit sheer and kind of beachy, kind of tropical. Loving the colors on that. That is another crepe. Here is another crepe. This one's very thin and really pretty colors, very mod, maybe a little bit 70s-ish. Again, soft, but crepey, definitely crepey. And I'm loving those colors in pastel with just faint black lines. So you could add a black pants, jacket, sweater, whatever you'd like, skirt. The last one is not a crepe. This is a gorgeous poplin, and I love these colors together. I love mauve and pale yellow and sort of a faded orange in there. Wow, that to me is gorgeous. Looks like sunshine on roses. And again, it's a poplin, so it has a little bit of structure to it, a little bit of crispness, and I think it'll make a beautiful summer dress. So those were my fabrics. I can tell you that I got the entire bunch. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 beautiful cuts of fabric for $79. And if you hit that threshold of $79 and change, which is how it came out for me, you get free delivery. So you really only paid $4.76 a yard. I just had to share those with you because they're so pretty. We have a super rainy, gloomy, kind of chilly day out there. It's not the greatest, but I'm feeling encouraged about sowing green for green, having my little evening drink, and contemplating what I'm going to sow next. I hope that you guys are well. I hope that your sewing machines are humming along. And let's meet again and talk soon. Visit Socialista. Get cracking over there. It's a lot of fun. I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. Bye.